Hi everyone, I'm a Name Babbler and welcome back to RimWorld. Thanks for checking out the video. Last episode, we made sure that all of our perimeter walls were reinforced, that we're really getting structurally sound for making the ship reactor go on, turning it on, and being able to sustain the 15 to 20 or 10 to 20 raids that we're going to have happen. So that's the thing that we did last episode. We also moved all of our steel to the middle here to replenish all of our traps. This is our design. It's working out really well. This room is kind of defunct at this point, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to figure that out this episode as well. And we're going to go get some plasteel on the world map. We have plasteel here and more components there. So we're going to, as soon as Kate, I think, does Kate need death rest? Let's double check. I think Kate and Zach are fine. Yeah, they're okay. They just need to get healed up, and then they'll be fine. Now, why is Zach not consuming Imogen? We have 15 in here. Oh, you know why? He's unloading inventory, that's why. I would like to get to a point that this room is more beautiful. So I need some more sculptures. Anybody working on sculptures? Nope. Okay. Okay, good. They're finally taking up this floor. You know, it does take a while for all my construction projects to happen because I usually do kind of large projects. And I usually pause, and I'm trying not to do that because it kind of messes things up. I'm going to move these sculptures into the hospital because I have a different idea for what to do in here in the dining room. We haven't touched this dining room in probably 120 episodes, or maybe 110 episodes. We haven't touched one thing in here. Not really sure what I want to do in this dining room, but I am just going to make it a little bit bigger like this. And I suppose, let's see here. We could make it a little bit better of a table. I don't want to do a 3x3, that's too big. I like a 1x2. We make it out of wood. Does this not impact the... Ah, so marble introduces beauty. How about granite? No. How about sandstone? 1 beauty for sandstone. I don't want to use my marble on it. I'll use sandstone. We'll make 2 like that because of the fact that I want to get rid of this table. In fact, I'm just going to move this here real quick. Oops. Alright. Dining room chairs. They're 8 each. Oh, good. Okay. We should make a bunch of those just to see when we get excellent ones. Do we have wood? We don't even have wood. We only have 243 wood. Yeah. Alright, well, let's make a whole bunch of these. I'm just gonna, it's about time that I've made, it's just excellent ones instead of normal or good. So for example, this one's normal, it has a comfort of 0.7. This one's good, has a comfort of 0.78. So we want to just get the best ones. Alright, do we have any wood around? Any trees? Close by. Pompeian is in her 3rd trimester. Looking for trees or cactus. Alright, we're going to have to wait for this to mature. They're only 50%. How about up here? These are 95%. Okay, good. Being raided. Several separate groups of mechanoids have arrived in transport pods nearby. They will prepare for a while, then attack. I think it's in multiple directions. There's one here, and I think it was something down here too. Yep, I see the shadows. Anything over this way? Okay, so there's some there. What are those? Centipede blasters and a war queen. Alright, let's get everybody into safe zone. Alright, they're going to prepare for a while, it said. Well, these don't very much look like they're... Oh, wait, there's a 3rd group down here. They are already coming to attack me. They're not waiting. These are waiting. They're waiting. Wonder if I can mortar them. Let's see how, did we not put mortar shells in here? It should be all mortar shells. It is. Did we not have incendiary shells? We must have not made incendiary shells. I thought we did. We made 21. Where are they? Alright, well, if that ever happens to you, just go to the magnifier on the bottom right, or just hit Z and type in incendiary. Aha, they're right here for some reason. Well, I don't like that. Oh, they are waiting. Okay. And Simmons just started a fight with Daesh. Guys, don't you know? Don't you know we're being attacked? I want to get Fluff over here. I want to get Daesh over here. I mean, Maui over here. Baiko can get over here. Tiffy. Kate. Zach. Okay, I want incendiary shell loaded on these bottom three. I just want to see how they work. I want to see if they actually set them on fire. Down here would be nice. I don't know what their great eye on them. I think they're really resistant to heat. Temperature related protection against temperature related damage like burns. I mean, doesn't mean it won't hurt them at all, right? It might. It might mean that they don't really get hurt, but you know what? I better find that out now than when I'm being attacked. I mean, like, when I'm being attacked from this ship. They're beginning their assault. Alright. Go, Tiffy, go. See if you can hit anybody there. Okay, so that actually hit him. Did not hurt him at all. Okay, good to know. Load up, see if we can get any. Okay, why are they coming up here? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Uh-oh. There's a hole right here. Uh-oh. I messed up. I messed up bad. That was not disassembled, I don't think. I saw the Constructoid in the doorway. But apparently I messed up. We need to be really smart here. Trying to make a wall real quick. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not gonna be able to. Okay, I have a big problem. Big problem, guys. Huge problem. I allowed there to be an opening, and that means there's a vulnerability here. Okay. They're all coming up this way. I still don't know if this is the right course of action for me to be taking right now. There's an Apocatron and a Lancer. I have an idea, but it's a risky idea. The idea is that I get Zach and Kate out there. Not to distract, but kinda. Alright, everybody's got to go back to unrestricted. We'll take it slow. We're paused right now, so we're fine. I'm going to get Kate out there. Long jump. Zach. Kate, I hope you're going to be okay. She kill that Apocatron by herself is the question. Wait. Okay, wait. He can make a wall. Yes, he can make a wall right now. Go. Okay. There's now a wall there. Does this mean they're still going to come up this way? I don't know. That's my... We don't know that. Now, if there's a wall there, there's no way for them to get in. Will they knock down a wall? They're coming up this way still. Okay, but I can control it better now. Okay, open this door. Get ready, guys. And we're gonna lure them in. It's the only thing we could do. Not good. Not good at all. Okay, now, there's a Militaur there. I gotta check my other. These guys going through this trap zone I'm not worried about because they're gonna get killed. They started to walk a little to the right and then they came back this way. So I have a feeling they are gonna come through. Now, if I can control where they come through from, that would be the best thing for me. Yeah, they're coming back this way. They seem to be going back. Hang on. Yep, they're going to the right. This one's not. This one saw... Yeah, this one saw Kate walk through. Good job, Kate. Aren't they centipede guys vulnerable to melee? I think they are. I have Zach here building sandbags. He did it quick. He started making sandbags really quickly. Since they're walking back around, I'm actually going to undraft a lot of them so they can eat and do all things that they need to do. Yeah. He's going back around. Okay. This is good. Now they're starting to go through and get hit. You got hit 14% that time. That's going to take up all my traps. That one's dead. It's better that they take up the traps than potentially hitting me. That military's dead. War Queen is getting very hurt, actually. War Queen is dead. Pakatron is resurrecting things. Look at that rat. That rat is running through the... He was just running through to get away from these guys. Go, little guy, go. You're not one of ours. You're not one of our animals, but go for it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to draft anybody yet. We got plenty to go before they get up this way. I do want to make sure somebody has a EMP launcher, though. I think I'll make it Daesh, as I usually do. Pakatron is out of resurrection charges. I don't see these guys getting up to the first row up here. Maybe the Apocatron because it has a shield. Well, this design at least works better than going through the doors on the left. That Apocatron's gonna die and let out a stun. Some of these guys might make it. That's another waste pack atomizer for nanostructuring. Yep. I'll make a little thing there. I'll build that soon. Okay, we're gonna get a couple people in position because I think at least 2 or 3 of those centipede guys will make it here. Oh, they could have just made a masterwork dining chair. Okay, how many are left? Fairly big raid. 7 centipede guys. I still think 2 or 3 are gonna make it. 6 left. They're all a little bit hurt. Maybe none will make it. There's 3 left. They're not going to make it. Wow. Okay. Calling it off. That was a very big raid for us to just absorb it. We have... here, I'll click on it for some reason. It's not letting me click on just those. But that's fine. You see it. There's like, I don't know, 10 centipede guys. An Apocatron, a War Queen. I wish the War Queen actually would have gotten up there. So that's a little trick, by the way. The War Queen has 600 steel on it, and it makes these little guys that pop out. If you kill it before it gets to manufacture those little guys, then the steel dies with it. But if those little guys pop out and you kill them pretty quickly, then you can shred them and get steel for it. So that's fine. Better safe than dead. So we lost a whole bunch of steel traps, but that's fine. That's what the whole point is. And we are already looks like we're already going to make a... Oh, let's fix this thing over here. So the whole reason for that panic was because I did not replace a door there. That was entirely my fault. So. But I will say this much. Zach made these sandbags in record time. Why can't I deconstruct? Oh, there we go. Okay, we're going to look for chairs that are excellent and above. Yeah, because look at this. The comfort on this is 1.02 and 40 beauty. And a normal one is 8 beauty and 0.7. Let's give some gifts of leather to the Camera Pack. They look like they need some. And we don't have any room. Actually, we'll give you some blue fur. And some buffalo fur. We'll give this one, we'll load up this one with some light leather. Pigskin, bird skin. Sure, good. The little lifters can move these big guys around, huh? Well, that's the way to do it. We destroyed that entire army without firing a shot. Okay. While they're... Did they make this thing yet? Where's the nano structuring chip? That's a power focus. Here's the nano. Let's get somebody on that. Are excellent chairs too much to demand? Maybe so. Maybe I should just do good enough. It's been okay so far. Zach just made a masterwork. Look at Cha. Phineas is here for his lesson. He's at growth tier 2. So he actually is progressing fairly quickly. How's Missy doing? Missy is growth tier 1. Okay. We're at 100. Goodwill with Shalona, Gooink, and Loten. 93 with their Camera Pact and 65 with Excess Empire. We have a lot of people that we call for help. For assistance when we need it. Oh, that's right. I have hostility response. Fluff is set to flee. A lot of people are set to flee, actually. I really want most people to fight back. Because, I mean, Fleeb almost died because of a mad emu. He kept fleeing, nobody was around to help him. And, yeah, it was a problem. I only have Pompeyana and Fluff fleeing, as well as the 2 children. You know, Humongous has a Psychite dependency. So she won't ever get to a point where I can get rid of that because it's not a Xenogene. Makes me want to just get rid of her, honestly. I can make Psychite tea for her. It's not a big deal. We'll do it until we have 40. We'll make more when we hit 30. That means we need to make some Psychoid. What's it called? Psychoid? 9 days to grow cycloid. And then where do we store that? I guess it would go in here. Campeana hit a trap. How? How'd she manage that, actually? You're in your 3rd trimester, and you sprung a trap? She's avoiding them properly. Only thing I can think of is somebody else finished one right as she was walking over it or something like that. Wow, I'm really using up my steel real quick. I can tune this to steel. Let me tune this to steel. Hospital is listed as beautiful right now. Extremely impressive hospital, +4. Yeah, like, why am I behind deconstructing that? Okay, so if it looks like I'm just clicking like around like a crazy person, that's a little bit true. I am looking to see what makes the most sense to tackle next. I'm going to have 10 waste pack atomizers. That's going to really help to get these numbers down quickly. You have items to trade, huh? You're not going to have anything I want. Oh wow, okay, so the steel was taken out of there. Let's move it to there. Each of these tiles has 300 steel. That's 2,400 steel right there. We can't reach that one up top right now, at least. That's 2,400 steel right there, so that's good. I think we have something going on over here. There's 2 drills here. Yep. Bunch of steel there. Why haven't you finished the sandstone auto door? These atomizers are so good. They can essentially, I'd say, cover about 4 mechs, 4 little guys, if they're a bandwidth of 1. So I guess 4 bandwidth. That's how much waste they create. And we're gonna have 10, so it's 40 mechs. We currently have 6 Mechanitors for a maximum of 36 mechs. But we don't have 36, we have 33, I believe. And then Tiffy has 6 Militars. So we really have 27, because the Militars are asleep right now. So that should mean that 3 of these are just to get rid of any excess that I have. That's going to be good. Just expanded that hay by 1 row. I remember shifting the pathway a couple episodes ago, and I forgot to make this extra row. Go Zach, go. Oh, I don't want that in here. Hold on. There's no. Wood doesn't go here. Why is there wood here? Oh, I must have not configured it correctly. Copy, and we'll say paste. Yeah, Bionics go here. And then here's Glitter World, so that's fine. What else can I put here? Medicine, just regular medicine. But we'll just make it important instead of critical. Just like these are going to be important. Yeah, but we have 170, I mean, we have 225 medicine right here. So we have plenty of medicine right now. Kite tea can go in the fridge, in the freezer. Jack is eating some chocolate. Ash is at 71% raid ideology certainty. This might get to 64, 62. If we keep up with it with Daesh, I think we're going to be able to crack her. It used to be that Chakin only could do like 5 or 6%. Now she's doing like 8 or 9%. Trying to upgrade. Okay, does this one have anything in it? It does. Osteopiles. Right there. Good. Alright, let's do... While they're kind of catching up on everything here, I want to just take a quick look at something. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to figure this out, but I know that I need, you know, here's some steel, 260 steel times 3. I guess I could actually like write it down like a real person. I might. Let's see. All right, so for the ship engine, I need 3 of those. So 3 of those is 260 steel times 3. And then plasteel is 140 times 3. And uranium is 70 times 3. Okay, so we're looking at what's that, 780? 780 steel, 420 plasteel, 210 uranium. Okay. The sensor clusters doesn't even seem worthwhile to note, but I'm going to. The core is 150 steel. I'm not really looking at advanced components. I probably should. I'll just add those up later. All right, so the core is 150 steel, 70 gold. The cluster is 140 steel and 4 gold. Not even worth talking about. Now the structural beams, these are the ones that I bet will add up quickly. 200 steel and 40 plasteel. Speaking of plasteel, we just discovered some plasteel. Okay, so with our current design, that's 800 steel, 160 plasteel. And if we add it all together, I mean, I'm just kind of just doing off the top of my head. Let's say 290. So 10. So 1870 steel from what I just talked about. Right? And then plasteel is 580 approximately, or exactly. Uranium is only 210. That seems not like a lot. And then 74 gold. That can't be all. But then the next thing we need to do is just calculate quickly this crypto sleep caskets. Those are the ones that really do add up quickly. So crypto sleep is 120 steel, 14 uranium, and I'm going to have probably 24 of those. If everybody survives. So say, what's that? 2680 steel? 24 times 120? Wait, let me check that one. 2880. I was off by 200. 2880. And then 14 times 24. That's 336. I bet this is really exciting to listen to, huh? So we're talking about right now 1870 steel, 2880 steel. That's 4750 steel. 580 plasteel. 546 uranium and 74 gold. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a little zone, a little stockpile zone. And we're going to call this our... No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to do it here. So to be safe, we're going to say steel 5,000. We're going to say plus steel 600. And we're going to say uranium 600. And we're going to say gold 100. Okay, now next thing is just components and advanced components. So 18 advanced components. Oh yeah, they add up. They definitely add up. 28 advanced components, 32 advanced components. $104 advanced components. We'll just say 110. And then regular components. It's 18 and 72. No. Oh no, you guys! I swear. 90. Okay. This is no way to do a to-do list. I'm sure there's a mod, a million mods that do this, but we don't have any mods. Ah, there's no space for pigskin? We're really full again? Okay. I mean, we really should go sell them then or something. We should just like go on a big caravan. What do you say? Let's load up a big caravan. I've had it with all this excess. Let's go to the Exodus Empire. Which one's the closest? That's 9 days. 6 days, 7 days. 5.5. Let's just go for it. Let's take some people that we just need them to be able to kind of hold their own. We'll take Humongous. We'll take the new guy, Simmons. Let's take some of the new people. Pelican, Yegalit. Maybe we'll take Pateko. And let's take some elephants. Or practically all the elephants, honestly. We had more elephants than that. These animals are really not. It's just not worth. it's not worth dealing with them all. Like I feel like just having pigs for the meat and maybe a few elephants for some sort of, or just some horses. Really. Let's take Valentina with us. Longhead hasn't been out in a while. We'll keep Kip and Haley back. Okay, now, what are we taking? We're taking all of our junk. We're getting rid of everything we don't want. And that's it. We've had enough. It's not junk, but let's get rid of all of our plain leather, elephant leather, blue fur, pigskin, bird skin. Let's take, like, I don't know, 4,000 cloth. 4,500 cloth. Let's take 1,500 devil strand. Get rid of this shard. I'll zoom in so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. Uranium we're keeping that, of course. Dye, we're not getting rid of the blocks. It's too heavy to transport anyway. Goranlan seed, who cares? Get rid of it. A double bed. Mega screen TV, we wanted to get rid of that. I remember that. Who are these dead guys? They must just be laying out somewhere. Elephant tusks, with 30 of those. This bio-coated stuff, I just want to get rid of it. I'm not sure if they'll buy it, but I'll just drop it somewhere if I can't. We're not as full as I thought we would be. Maybe we should get rid of some of these chunks. These blocks, they do have value. But I'm not going to do that. I am going to take silver, though. And gold, because I don't know what they have there. This is the first time I've ever been to their town. I think I need Tiffy with me. That's right, I need Tiffy. It's the only person that could trade with them. That's right, Tiffy's got to come with us. That's okay. She hasn't been on an adventure in a while either. I don't know why we have so many extra t-shirts and stuff. Let's get rid of all that. I'm going to get rid of some assault rifles. Because again, we're going with charge rifles. I hope this is not a mistake. I'll keep 2 excellent ones around just in case. Okay, you have uranium maces. We only need 2. I don't know why I have 4. The stone skin gland we want to get rid of, remember? The power focus chip. What's that used for? Do we know what that's used for? That control sublink that we need. So we'll craft with that. part of me says at some point I need to go through these books, but I'm going to leave them alone for now. I'll bring the die with me, just in case. Yeah, and what I'm going to do too is I think this is a trick I kind of figured out. I'm going to get a couple of more people into this caravan just to help with loading it up. And then I'll peel them back when I'm done. Like, look at all that. They're all going to load up the elephants and stuff. Okay, this is going to be a big one, guys. We're basically taking all of our leather, nearly all of our cloth, nearly all of our devil strand, and we're just loading up all the elephants with everything. And so many people are working on it, like 9 people are working on it. Make that 13. We have another healing enhancer and a coagulator. We have 2 healing enhancers and 1 coagulator. I think Baiko's the next one is supposed to be the next one to get a healing enhancer, but Chakin is available. So Chakin is going to get the healing enhancer. I don't know if Kate or Zach even need it. I'm going to give it to... who's next on the list? Well, everybody else is working on this thing. Alright, we'll leave them alone. It's fine. Howie can get a coagulator. I'm going to change this build to only be for humans, because this Fabricor is here, and he's better suited somewhere else. So any worker is going to be any human. So that way he can do things like get back to the fabrication benches. Oh yeah, look how quickly they're getting this loaded up. All these guys. Okay, so this is a trick I need to remember. Probably should have figured this out long ago. I thought about it a few dozen episodes ago, but I never really just did it because we haven't had big, if you remember, we haven't had big caravans in a while. And so you get everybody on board to load it on up, and then once they leave, you can just split the caravan and send the people you don't want in that caravan, just send them on back home. And it'll only take 2 seconds extra. And then this over here is just, if you look at the bottom left, this is my little reminder for myself what we need to make the whole ship. Because it's going to increase the value, the wealth. And so after we start the reactor, and hopefully we live through it, I have my doubts. After we live through it, though, hopefully, then we need to have all this stuff: steel 5,000, plasteel 600, uranium, and so on. Because if we don't have that, then what's the point? This is actually generating power. And this could be connected to the grid. It says power output 1,000 watts. Grid excess 1,000 watts, meaning it's not actually storing any. It's generating power. So I didn't actually realize that. That means you could actually have ship reactors. I'm not going to build another one, but for 350 steel, 280 plasteel, 70 uranium, and 8 advanced components, you could have a 1,000 watts. A geothermal is 3,600, but you don't have that everywhere. But that means you actually could have a space in your base with just these ship reactors. You know, you could have however many you need to have stable power. Because right now I have variable power with solar generators and batteries and whatnot, and I actually wouldn't even need batteries, or I would need minimal batteries. Because they get you in trouble sometimes having batteries. It's better to have a more consistent source. Anyway, that's for another time. Somebody must have made marble, because I see marble is down now. This was not marble earlier. Okay, why are we not leaving? Well, hold on. We're going to take Baiko out of the caravan. We're going to take Maker out. Balake out. We'll keep Yegalit, Penny, Humongous, Pelican. Okay, checking is getting her healing enhancer. Howie got his healing answer. Okay, who got the coagulator? Anybody yet? I thought I added a bill. Yeah, Howie. Howie's getting it. They can't leave because Pelican is sleeping. You're getting taken out of the caravan. You gotta get up. There they go. It's a pretty good caravan. What's our wealth? I want to see what happens with the wealth when we do, because we did this. We're at 883,000 wealth. Come on, Torres. There we go. All right. We're looking slim. That's good. Okay, so while they're doing that, one thing I had wanted to check on. What's that noise? I think he just put on a new shield belt. Is that what just happened? I'm not sure. It sounded like it was taking off something. Anyway. I made this little room, this kind of little spot here, so somebody could stand behind this little area, right? They could stand here. If you're thinking about strategy, they could stand here, they could lob EMP grenades this way toward the little entrance. So as enemies come up out of here, they're protected. Well, now I have an EMP launcher, so they actually could stand back here. But I still feel like I want a room to retreat to. Just in case. But what I can do is I could take this this stone cutting little thing that we're trying to do here, and I can move it indoors. And then I can get rid of one of these. I can get rid of this mech booster, as a matter of fact, because this one would cover it. So what if I did something like move this here? I could just put something like, again, it's just a quick way to get through. And protection. Just a little bit of a buffer. I don't really need that actually then anymore, do I? As a matter of fact, I'm overthinking it. I don't need this room at all anymore. I only had this to make marble chunks, marble stone blocks, so I could replenish over here to replenish everything down this area. I don't need it anymore. I will say one thing, by the way. I have 600 steel. My steel has gone down tremendously. Yeah, we don't need this anymore. I'm going to deconstruct all of it. How about the mech booster? Can we repurpose that anywhere since it's already built? Anywhere that we might want to put it. Let's think. It's right there. That's there. I could put it in here. Just in case anything comes in here. Yeah, just do that. That's fine. Okay. Deconstruct everything else. It was a good project. We learned a little bit, but it's not necessary for what we're trying to do. Roof collapse, why? Maker got hurt. Of course he did. He's gonna die in 8 hours, his head got cut. He's the one that needs a coagulator. He's very accident prone. Like it never happened. Actually, do I need that door? I don't even need this door. I don't even need half the stuff in this room. Let's get rid of that door. Okay, yeah, look at our wealth. It can't be true. We had 888. And now, yeah, we went from 888 to 772. We shed 100,000 wealth by doing what we did. And if it winds up being a lot of it turns into a gift, that's fine. We need to give him gifts. Don't really know what to do with this area anymore. But it's fine, I'll just leave it as is. We have 4 power focus chips. I think we can use those to make those things I was talking about. Where are they? The control sublinks. The high sublinks, yeah. We have 4 of them. Oh no, we'll just say we want to do it twice. That's fine. Alright. So let's just kind of look things over here, what the status is. We have shed over 100,000 wealth, which is nearly 15%. Maybe 12% of where we, of our total wealth. This is all to prepare for when we launch the ship in a few episodes. So we took essentially all of our leather and everything, and we have a huge caravan. It has 39 animals and 6 colonists going down to the Exodus Empire. And we're going to see how that turns out. We have continued to give people... Oh, we have another coagulator available. That's great. And a healing enhancer. So we're constantly upgrading people. Like, for example, Fluff has a coagulator and a healing enhancer. Howie has Bolt as well. Daesh can have the coagulator right now. Maiko, we can give the healing enhancer. And then we'll be good. Okay, I have quite a bit of food. But we're really working on just not having a lot of excess things. Like, I'm going to look into really quickly the t-shirts. Like, we have 24 pants. Shouldn't everybody be wearing pants already? I mean... Yeah, I think we do have plenty of pants. It's just that... We only need 20. That's the problem. I'll make one extra. That's fine. But we only need 21. Okay. And we're not doing dusters anymore. Actually, I can delete that. Why is this mare roaming away? There's no way to get out. Why is it saying that? Oh, because of the hay. There was hay right there. Okay. Well, we are getting really organized, really efficient. We're getting marble all set up. We get our areas moving more quickly. Walking through our areas. We have that huge caravan, like I said. We have a cougar hanging out over here for some reason. Ah, that's right. There were corpses around. There were corpses around. Let's look for them real quick. Huh. I thought there was a corpse around. What do you call that? Oh, dead. Let's look for the word dead. There we go. So there's stuff that's around that's not allowed to be moved. So let's do that because they don't like that. Why is he there? And there. These guys are here, but that's not the proper spot for them. They're just out of range of these trees. So they should get hauled now back to the trees. Okay. All right, well, we are well on our way to making the spaceship. We have a good stockpile of things that we're going to need. We are making the weapons that we need as well. We made our first charge rifle. It seemed to work out pretty okay. And so what we're going to wind up doing is we're going to get our deep drill somewhere real quick. How about we move it right here? Why not, right? We really can't, actually. Because of the way that well, we'll have to deal with that later on. We'll deconstruct that. But we'll take care of that and everything else, and we'll see how the trade goes when they get to the Exodus Empire. It's our first time visiting them. With all of these items, thousands upon thousands of pieces of leather, well over 6,000, and we're going to see what we can trade for it. But we're going to have to take care of that and see what happens with that next episode and beyond, because that's it for this one. Be sure to follow and subscribe for more inane babblings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.